Welcome to. Can you do the intro? I have my
Easy.
mouth's full.
No, this is the Smart Nonsense Podcast where we talk about entrepreneurship, self-development, challenging norms. I wasn't actually ready when we started, if I'm being honest. So I got a little precarious of a setup here.
You're not ready, dude. I'm eating chicken and waffles at 4 p.m.,
What
dude.
are you doing? Stuffing your face full of chicken and waffles.
Dude, start the day with a nice stack of pancakes, blueberries, bananas. No, it's got to find you. It's a good day, dude. Today's a good
Where
day,
am
let
I?
me tell you.
So we start the
gotta find
podcast.
yourself.
I gotta apologize to the people on YouTube who are subscribing. These don't go out, do they?
No, they're coming, dude. They're
Okay.
coming.
Yeah, I hope so.
They're going to come in a batch so quick, you wouldn't believe it.
People ask me about this podcast, actually. I'm like, I think they're coming out. I don't know what we talk about, but I think they're coming out.
My dad almost got me the other day. It's January 25th for context here. He's like, yo, why don't you just release the pods? I'm like, yeah, I'm about to. He's like, do it now. I'm like, but
Release
but
the
thumbnails.
pods.
Hey, they're coming. They're coming. If you're listening, you're already here. Belky, well, I don't know how to do an intro on a podcast. I barely know how to shoot a short. I just swear at myself for 8 minutes. And then everyone cuts everything out. And I'm nervous.
Oh, he's
Uh-oh.
nervous.
I don't talk much in public. Dude,
Short
was I
circuit.
nervous? Okay, I was going to say 3. I have a list of 2 examples of me being nervous in the last 24 hours. And it's all related. But Belky, I want to talk about studios. You got a studio. You're building it out.
Yes, sir. I was just
Guess
painting
who
it
might
10 minutes
potentially
ago.
have a studio?
That guy.
Might potentially
Studio
have a studio that I
man.
don't actually want. Dude, I don't need a studio, but I want it because of these details. Okay, well, Belky, we had a studio in Chicago when we were living together. Beautiful space. It was deep in the ghetto, so very difficult to get to. Belky almost killed himself almost every bike ride there. Now I get to New York, got the space, but it kind of sucks shooting from home. But the more exciting thing is we have this friend. I don't know what we want to refer to him as, but this friend is connected to this big creator who also has a studio in New York. So he's like, hey, dude, this person who I'm working with, hey, I'll just say it, Casey Neistat. He's his studio, 368. He's like, I got this sick place. Our friend's Hunter. I'm just gonna say names. I don't even know why I was trying to hold names. It doesn't even matter.
He climbed up. He climbed up.
So Hunter works with Casey, and Casey's like, dude, I want you to get a place in this building. And then we're close to Hunter because we're basically helped him grow his content business.
Where'd you find this guy? I love Hunter, by the way.
Danny Miranda, dude, the master connector. Oh, and I shit on Danny this morning. Bad, dude. Bad.
God.
I went hard on him.
Can't. You gotta have empathy.
He's got a podcast. We were on it. Check that out. Oh, we gotta do a 2022 recap. By the way, we gotta
That's
do that
not pod.
Okay,
That's for your to-do list.
Yeah. No, it's for the pod. So he's basically like, dude, let's try and find a studio in this place. We'll split it. So I go there today, and they were sending me videos of these little yawn, like small rooms that were a couple grand or something. We can split it. But when I get there, he's like, dude, we found this place. And so I meet Hunter outside the door, and he's like, yeah, let's go check it out. The realtor or whatever you call that lady's coming down to meet us. But right as we walk in the door, Casey's just coming down the stairs. I'm like, oh, that's Casey.
Welcome to New York.
and Casey's like, oh, yo, Hunt, they're boys, dude. I didn't realize how close they are because they're the same, dude. They're the same energy. So,
really?
He's like, yo, Hunter, what are you doing, dude? He's like, oh, I'm checking out that place right next to yours. He's like, dude, let's go up and check it out. And I'm like, what? So I'm just like a fly on the wall. There's this other TikToker Casey was hanging out with. So it's just us 4 and this realtor lady. And Casey just dude, look at this place. He's selling us on the place. He's like, it's the best space in the building. I love it. It's got a crazy loft. Only place with AC. I lost my mind.
The place you're getting? The place you're getting?
If they let us.
Is it the one I saw?
No. You saw the Nikki Beat,
Oh.
dude. This place is actually.
I was gonna
nice.
say that is the worst place in the building.
No, dude.
100%.
This was an honest pitch, dude.
Okay.
It was the weirdest thing. It's one of those moments where it's like, I don't know. I just rode my bike 10 minutes, and now like Casey Neistat is giving me an apartment tour, or giving us an apartment tour. I'm like,
That's so weird.
what the fuck's happening? It was really trippy, and I'm just like on the inside. I'm like, yeah, dude, this place is nice. Like trying not to bug out.
Compared to his videos, what was he like? Was he more animated?
Well,
was he
was
more
probably. It's kind of one of those things where you
PC?
see someone like right now. I'm bugging out. Just
I mean,
like
less PC.
Oh, you're talking about PC?
Like, was he swearing and like?
Oh, I mean, there wasn't really a need to swear about. He was like, I don't know. He was just like cool. He was just like high energy, just like talking up Hunter, to this like the guy that Casey was hanging out with. He's like, yo, dude, this is Hunter. He's like the craziest hustler you'll ever meet, and like he was just piping him up. And no, it was really weird. Persona goes through. He's about like my height, our height, and I don't know. It was just weird. It's so weird seeing people in person.
Camera? Not filming?
No, he was just walking around.
Dude, that's so weird. Okay,
but he's like right.
Where was this
right down the
in
hall,
relation
right
to his
next to us.
office? Same floor?
Same floor. Yeah. That's why he's like a couple doors down.
Well, I have a feeling because like I've seen the inside of a lot of those offices in his videos. So like his buddy Oscar, who I know is down the hall, he has a loft. I'm wondering if it's that office.
Might be. It's really weird to be. I was just like,
do you
whoa.
walk in and you're underneath a loft as soon as you walk in?
Not as soon. I think it's on.
Doesn't matter, dude. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Great.
What are you gonna do there?
Great check-in.
What are you gonna do
want
there?
the floor plan? You want the floor plan?
What are you gonna do there?
It's I don't know. That's
1,600. No,
16. I don't know how big it is. It's big though.
No, it can't be 1,600. Could
bigger
be
than that. It's really
smaller.
Big. It's like bigger than Casey's
really
place.
Big. Oh, really big, huh?
So I don't know what we're gonna do with it, but and I actually like working from home, so I don't really have a need, but I just kind of want to be like around.
So we shoot all our shorts at home, and then you just started shooting long form, and you texted me as the studio's happening, and you're like, "Wait, I actually really like my living room set for my videos," and I'm like, "Oh." So
it's so easy. It's just green screen. Boop.
Huh.
And it's great sunlight. So, hey, whatever. It's just kind of
the reason
cool,
to do it is to be in the mix. That's the reason to do it.
Yeah,
but you do like working from Gravity Couch.
Gravity Couch is sick, dude. It's just like you're at the black hole epicenter. But here's the thing: I want to let you pipe up, chime in. But my life right now is a lot more exciting than yours. So I don't know what updates you have other than you just painted a wall.
Dude, that was very exciting.
That's only half, dude. A quarter.
Half what?
I'm meeting creators left and right out here. That's my job.
Dude, all I want to do is paint walls, I've decided.
Can you paint this wall? I don't know how to do construction.
Oh, I'm $75 an hour. No,
Keep talking,
I can't.
Keep talking.
Well, yeah, so I have a studio because for me, like, I hate working from home. I need the I need the work-life separation. So my studio is walking distance. That's nice.
Come on.
Second thing that's nice about it is I forgot how much building things using my hands makes me happy. So I'm just in there alone, painting that wall, listening to music, getting better with each stroke, cutting in. I got a really good paintbrush. I'm just cutting in against the wall.
Wow.
I texted my dad yesterday. I was like, my grandpa was a painter. I was like, there's really just nothing better than having a nice paintbrush and cutting in on a wall. And cutting in for the folks back home is okay. Papa, I'll give you a little lesson because you're a studio man now.
Yeah.
Professional painters don't use tape. All right, that blue tape that everyone's like, oh, I got taped all the things so I mask the paint and so I don't get it on the other wall. Pro painters don't do that. It takes too long.
Are you saying you're a pro
They
painter?
learn, yeah. They learn how to use the paintbrush correctly, so they can just cut in right against the wall without using any tape. So, yeah, that's why I had to run over there. It takes like 30 minutes if you don't tape stuff. And dude, as much as I would love to be in the mix with these creators, I really love working alone. Really love it.
Yeah.
I couldn't be in a studio with 3 people. We were me, you, and David. It was chaos.
You know the funny thing is,
it was chaos.
when I first got to Chicago, and you were running Dunbar, which rest in peace, great startup. Would you cross 10 million in revenue?
Here's why I'm bummed about Dunbar.
Yeah, dude.
Everyone's talking about Dunbar's number now. You got
dude,
Antonio Garcia Martinez talking about Dunbar's number. You got one of the
Relaunch
podcasts
it,
you sent me.
It's got to do better than negative 140. That's how much we didn't make last year. So what was my point? Oh, the original pitch was like, dude, I just want a workshop where it's just like, here's a little group of people building this company. This group's over here building that one there. Dude, now you're like, dude, fuck everybody. I just want to paint and create. That's it. By yourself.
I feel like, and I think Casey Neistat would have a similar sentiment. I feel like people, especially entrepreneurs, we like dream of this romantic idea of like, oh, I'm going to build this. In that case, it was the design studio, or I'm going to start all these startups and I'm going to hire these people and scale this. And then you get to like 15 people and you're like,
shut it down.
No, less people. I want less people wanting things from me, chit-chatting with me at the water cooler. I just want to go to my studio and make dope shit. I loved making our podcast in the studio. But a design studio with people running around? I must have been out of my mind.
Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen really. It's kind of expensive. It's like $6,000, so it's like $2,000 a piece. There's this other guy back that would do it. But I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of an experiment. God knows I didn't use the one that you had.
Didn't Casey say something similar to Hunter, who's his kind of like, I guess, studio manager or left-hand man? Wasn't he like, yeah, dude, like, let's work together, but you can't work in my studio? Or I might be.
Well, that's why he wants him to get his own place so they can be nearby, like separate but equal.
Yeah. That I like. But dude, I don't ever want to be.
Take a mouthful right before, on a podcast, dude. That's sick. What I want to say. So yesterday, speaking of creator studio spaces.
Oh, nice. For our audio listeners, he took a giant bite and then he started a thread.
I'm debating spitting it out. It's so big. I don't know why. So for our audio listeners, or every listener that's been here for more than an episode, thank God you're here. But I'm spending a lot of money, and one of these investments, we'll call it, is in this gym, which is right next to the hockey rink, which I go to every day. And the gym, the reason why I joined.
I like the investment reframe, because that's what I do all day long. Well, I bought a tool the other day. I was like, investment in myself.
No, that's stupid. Not an investment. Unless you come out here and build my studio. But this is a real investment, because I see.
Fuck, I might. I enjoy it so much.
Dude, I would.
That wasn't a verbal commitment.
Documented, dude. I had to
that
check the
wasn't a verbal commitment.
That's as verbal as it gets, dude. That wouldn't hold up in the court of law. You're like, he bought me a plane ticket and touched me.
This is all satire, though.
Yeah,
this is all satire.
No, that's the consent I needed.
Satire unless proven guilty.
Okay. Back on topic. Mouse empty. So, okay, this investment, this gym. Why did I get a gym membership and it's like almost $250 a month? Well, I got it because these creators in the city that I want to be friends with. That I don't know if I'll actually be friends with them or not, but I want to be friends with them. I see in their vlogs every day that they go to this gym. One is Kelly Wakasa. The other, well, there are three. One's Jed, and then Luke is the third. So those three, they go to this gym a lot. And this other guy, Colt, whose sister I went on a couple days with. So
How
kind
about
of like
Doha?
this awkward.
Did you find Doha?
Doha, no, dude, Doha's in his van. He's sleeping outside. It's $250 a month. So I go to this place and I saw Kelly and Colt like the second day I was there. And then yesterday I'm like, you know what? I'm cooped up in my place. Let me just stop working from home. I'll go to the gym. I don't have hockey, but I'm just going to hang out, hit the hot tub, maybe just paddle around. I get there, start working. And after like an hour, I'm just like scanning around the room because I was typing some stuff. And who do I see? I see Luke. Luke motherfucking, I want to say Ike, but I know he doesn't go, but whatever. Luke, last name.
That's
dude.
his stage name.
It's like his shortened last name, but it's kind of like an Ice, like our friend pronounced his name differently. But whatever. I see him and I'm like, holy shit! Like I really like this dude because he's got like a cool energy. He's just his vibe's really cool. I don't know if have you seen his stuff?
Not really. I just see him in the vlog. I know he lives in the basement of Kelly's house.
Yeah,
like the dungeon, and he's always asleep.
It's like, dude, I just had like your mom's Ashley, who that's Kelly's girlfriend.
Still singular. Your mom, not possessive.
They're multiplying, dude.
That's a callback for the audience
who's listened to the last 3 episodes. I've seen your mom, Ashley. That makes more sense, singular. And I've seen Kelly. Now I see Luke, and so I'm like, dude, I'm gonna go up. I hit him with the, hey, dude, big fan. Granted, I was texting you the whole time. I'm like, dude, I'm nervous. I'm really nervous. What do I do? Because I see him. He's like 15 feet away.
I was painting, dude. My bad.
You didn't care.
I was painting the wall.
I was in my
painting
own
the
world.
wall.
I get really nervous because like I've watched a lot of this guy's videos and I see him in person. I'm like, okay, I definitely have to say something. What do I do? Whatever. Big ball it up, go over. I'm like, hey, dude, big fan. Hit him with the fist bump. And then the difference though. So your mom, Ashley, and Kelly, they're like big deal, like 1 million plus subs. So they probably get like hit up a lot. I think the beauty with Luke is he's like a 250 subber. So I don't think many people hit him up. So it felt like he actually wanted to talk to me. So I'm like, yo, dude, Luke, big fan. He's like, oh, that's sick, dude. What are you doing? I'm like, dude, I just came to work, dude. He's like, oh, you work here? I'm like, yeah, dude, I play hockey there. And then I come over and work. And he's like, dude, you play hockey? It's like, dude.
You work at the gym?
I was working at the gym.
Is there a table?
It has like a co-working space.
Oh, cool. Cool. Look at you.
Dude, crazy, right?
When you leave the house.
When I leave the house. But so I'm just like talking about it. He wants to do a hockey video or like some sports video, and hockey was one of them. So he's like, dude, I should come over and like I used to play. I don't have my gear, but I'll like maybe, we'll shoot a video together or play on hockey or whatever. I'm like, whoa, dude. He's like,
do animations?
Dude, did I? I'm like, dude, you think hockey's my biggest selling point? Look at these animations, dude. And he's like, whoa, dude. So he subs. He subs on Instagram too to my personal. I'm hitting him up. Hasn't responded yet because we're not super close friends. But I asked him because, what do you do in that scenario? It's like, I'm working here. He's working there. We're 10 feet apart. I was like shooting my shot. I'm like, Luke, we're both working here. You mind if I just bunk up next to you? He's like,
why don't you just get a studio together?
So he vented to me. He's like, dude, I don't know where to work in this city. And I'm like,
come to my design studio.
Do you want me to name
368 Broadway.
368
Broadway.
You ever hear of Casey Neistat? I know you're a vlogger. Yeah, dude. So now I'm best friends with Casey Neistat and Luke, whose last name I don't know.
That's so sick with it. And I don't even know where you go from there.
Well, here's the thing. It's kind of cool because I'm like, I set the mission. I'm like, I'm gonna find these people and befriend them, and I'm like, whoa, that was faster than I thought. It was literally like just change environment. It was like, okay, they go here a lot. Let me just go to the gym there and like some magic will happen when we cross paths, and then like immediately crossing paths in the first couple weeks with all of them, and then
not being afraid to go up to him and say what's up.
yeah, well, the biggest hack is just, hey, dude, big fan, fist bump. You can't lose with that. It's just like,
Huh.
and then if they bite, they bite. And he was a chiller too, and he was talking like, he's like, yeah, dude, I just want to meet like other cool creators in the city too. I'm like, well, dude, did you see the animations? We animate. So
I'll be curious how that plays out, because my inkling is, maybe this is specific to us, or maybe I'm kind of introverted, but I feel like creators become creators because they want to work alone. Maybe the Kelly group is different because they like actually want to hang out and stuff because they're younger. I'll be curious if people actually leave their bubble and you all kind of start hanging out.
Well, all I've been searching for is just like one more Henry. Because it's like, yo, we're like friends and then we work together. And it's like Casey's never going to be my friend, but it's like cool to be in that environment, and maybe he'll give like advice on some brand deals or something, and it'll like make everything worthwhile. But with like the Luke Kelly group, it's like, oh, I actually like vibe with like their our age.
Yeah.
So I'd actually hang with them potentially.
Well, you'd have more in common probably than some of our friends from school, because it's just like a different. You're just on a different life path.
Well, also, I was talking to him like, yeah, dude, like, what are you doing right now? Talking to Luke. He's like, I don't know. I want to shoot like a VR video or something like that. So I'm just kind of doing some research on that. And then his buddy Jed comes and they just play basketball. And it's like, dude, we live the same life. Like this is the same.
Theirs might be better because they actually make money off the platforms and don't have a business of 60 people to run. So he's like, yeah, I can just research VR and then I'm still making money off YouTube, and then I'll shoot when I shoot.
Because I was asking him like, yeah, dude, are you like?
Granted, I love the business.
Yeah, no, business is nice because you can like, it's not dependent on us anymore, so it'll just kind of run in the background.
Well, and it's like a little puzzle. It's just a little puzzle.
You love little hand puzzles. You're just like
dude.
Taylor.
Speaking of which.
No, dude, don't pull out a puzzle.
Right here.
This is a podcast.
Yeah, I got a puzzle right here.
Oh, you got one of
Grandma
those?
got me this. Yeah, the magic
that's
keys.
Sick, dude.
Figured it out.
Really sick.
Figured it out last night.
Hey, I wanted to say something. Oh, he was basically like, I don't know. It's just funny seeing his goals because they're a little bit different. He's like, yeah, dude, I just want to like make videos, and then if I can pay rent, that's sick. And just like hang out. Granted,
I
don't think we're on that wavelength. Because these are also like kids that prefer not to go to college and just create.
Yeah, these are like creators first, artists first, and we always say like, well, we were entrepreneurs first.
Right.
So we come at creation with an entrepreneurship lens. A lot of people in the space are artists, and then they have trouble creating businesses around themselves.
Right.
So that's really interesting. He's like, hey, I just want to make videos to pay rent, and I'm happy. It's like, it's just a different game.
He was also like, dude, he hates making videos when he has to make a video. He's like, dude, the second it's forced, whether like a brand deal or whatever, like reason there's a deadline, I just hate it. And it just comes out shittier. Versus when I don't give a fuck, it's just like the dopest video. I'm like, yeah.
He must also be editing too, right?
Yeah, he's in it, dude.
Yeah.
He's like, you got a team of editors? That must be nice. I'm like, yeah, it's kind of nice, dude. It's like, yeah.
Everyone's specialized.
Should probably do that.
Everyone's specialized.
But
that's great.
No, so all around ripping. I got a final thread.
Yeah.
But it's all connected. Wait till you get to the conclusion where I connect all the dots, dude. It's so crazy.
Is that a retention trick?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. The 40% retainer. We keep steady 40s. So this last one is Johnny Harris. Johnny Harris, another creator.
Nice one. Yes.
Yeah, dude.
I'm just gonna start playing this character on here that's like super bug-eyed optimistic. Because I know where you're going with this one. Yeah.
You do, dude. Well, here's the thing. We've been following Vox for eons, and Johnny Harris was a top creator on Vox. He made some sick animations. particularly of maps. Then he broke off of Vox to do his own thing because he wanted like more creative freedom, and he's blown up. He makes the dopest long form videos. His shorts are pretty mid, but that's fine. That's our niche. He does his, and we're kind of learning from each other. Like Belky, your vlog or your whatever video you're gonna put out that's long form is very Johnny Harris-esque. Mine has a little bit of that, but we just copy from him. Today, I realize he's copying from us.
well,
Easy.
Oh, I'm gonna ruin your
Ruin the
punchline.
punchline, Bug Eyed. Come
Say
on,
it
Bug Eyed.
again. Today.
No, dude. Copy
Today
us.
he's
okay.
Oh, I ruined it
Twice.
because I had one more thing to add that doesn't matter. It is that
Add it, dude. Control Alt Delete, dude.
The business clipped the video editing marketplace. We were always mimicking Vox because Vox edits are timeless. Vox
Right.
to Johnny Harris, not
Right.
important.
Right.
Ruin the punch.
We copied him, and our company copies him. So that's it.
Yes.
But now he copies us. What evidence do I have of this? Well, if you look at his submarine video, just launched it today. Who knows when this is going to go out? Whatever. Check it out. We'll actually put the B-roll. Hey, YouTube, you got B-roll. In
Who
that
edits
video,
these?
he tells a story. I don't remember the story, but he's basically like, this dude in the 1950s does something with a submarine engine. And it's literally the same thing. It's like,
No, so he goes,
Yeah.
so he breaks away from talking to camera and he goes, so it's the 1950s and this dude, fill in the dude, and then he starts to tell the story. It's like,
and it's
so it's the 1950s, this dude, frankly, I was like, oh wow, he did it really well, as in like his cadence and like his
there goes our
personality on
niche.
camera.
Our
It's so
what do you
good.
call that?
And then what he does, what the animators do, they bring a character on screen and start animating its mouth. And I was like, this, and he starts doing dialogue. He starts doing dialogue for the character.
Yeah.
I've never seen that in a Johnny Harris video. Get out of here,
Dude.
Johnny.
That's why I'm
Bravo.
like, this dude, he's smelling us out. Because, these 100 million views, which I have a significant part of, someone's
Yes.
seeing him.
30%.
Someone is seeing him. And like this
30%.
other dude, this big guy on Twitter, he had like 1 million followers or something. He's like, yeah, I watched all of you and Henry's videos with my son. Like, dude, how many
Shouldn't do
Jans
that.
are out there that are actually really cool?
Shouldn't show your son these videos.
Should not, dude. His son's gonna be talking ghetto. I don't know what you call our accents, but
Well, I actually have a Johnny Harris inspired video coming out about cocaine hippos, so maybe I'll shoot that one his way.
Oh.
That's thanks to you putting it in the queue, me getting stuck with it, and now I have a short on cocaine hippos.
Right.
Yes.
Is he on Twitter? Can you tweet him? Well, here's one thing I realized though. I'm like, okay, Johnny Harris, like of the people we're trying to connect with, I got the like your mom's house. I think it's your mom. Maybe they did your mom's house.
Is your mom? No. Oh yeah. Probably.
That's why. Okay,
But it's your
that's
mom,
why.
Ashley.
It's your mom, Ashley. Your mom's house. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
thought there
That's
was
a
a reason, dude.
portmanteau. That's
okay.
a portmanteau.
So
I'm just
that
gonna start misusing terms and then just
Dude,
totally
tabula
screwing off like
rasa, dude.
15-year-olds.
I say come see, come saw whenever I want to. But connected with those creators, Casey, he was like a big inspiration for everything we do. It's like just connecting with these people. The next person is like, oh, Johnny Harris. He's like the go-to person. Actually, Cleo Abrams in New York City. I just realized that. Maybe she should be
Yeah.
up there too. Get those two.
Her
She's
even more
amazing.
so. She's way better at TikTok than Johnny.
Right. But regardless,
started
they're
there.
like phenomenal storytellers. Pretty much the style we've been imitating since day one. It's like, how do we connect with these people? Well, this is where I sniffed out his Patreon. I'm like, dude creates videos, has a little community, and you pay like $8 a month, and you're just in it. And they're like, maybe a couple hundred people max in this, but how many are actually active? I'm like, dude, if we just infiltrate his Patreon, which he's probably checking every day because like he makes 15 grand a month or whatever it is off of that. So it's like an actual part of his business. He checks that and we're just commenting every day something, which he probably already sees us. He's like, already knows Henry Belcaster and Dylan Jardon from just seeing our shorts. It's like, oh, there's going to be this overlap at some point. I don't know if it's tomorrow, the next week, the next month, whatever it is, but we're
Can't
just
escape.
in it, dude. And it's kind of like it's like the slow blitz. I don't know. I just feel like the world
It's
isn't
not.
that hard.
Yeah, I agree. I think. Well, it's so you say the slow blitz. It actually hasn't been that slow. All of this has transpired in the last year and a half, 2 years now.
Oh, well, yeah.
So that's
compared to
like
a
you
3-day
attain.
blitz.
We attained all of the getting in the same room with all of the people we set out to. I think that's part of it. I think in terms of getting there, like you gotta stand out. You gotta do a lot of free work, and you have to like make something great. Because the second you make something great, you show. First of all, Johnny just sees it and he's copying it, so it's that much easier to approach him. You show Luke your stuff, he's like, "Oh my god!" Like
Right.
instant social proof validifier.
Yeah.
So, dude, I get so many emails, and I like to respond.
Come on,
to people
dude. Don't
'cause
brag.
no, like I've sent so many emails where I just got ghosted, and I'm like, but anyway, I get so many emails that are just like, "Hey, dude, like, love what you do. Can we get on a call so I can pitch you like my Instagram strategy?" I'm like, I was like, "Sorry, not interested. By the way, it'd be cool if you just sent me the strategy." Like,
right.
just
No need for a call here.
no need for a call. No need to ask if I want the strategy. You've got my email. I'm
Right.
going to read it. Send the strategy. Do the thing. And we did that so many times. Where it's just
Right.
permissionless.
Right.
So
Yeah, and then, like-
yeah, I'll just be like, I have no idea what you're saying. Can you explain that for a 5-year-old? And then they'll send 3 pages of more stuff, and I'm like, forget it.
Yeah. So many people just suck. And it's not that hard. It's like the lowest barrier to entry. It's like,
How do you start? What did we have each other for accountability? Is there something we read about like permissionless stuff? Was it
I
in
think
the fall?
we're just not stupid, dude. We're like, oh, you we want to do videos for you, so we'll just make videos for you. Here,
I think
I think we had
it is,
extra
it's-
editors. That's partly why too.
I think it's also a 10-year stack. So like you and I have been consuming this stuff, this kind of business stuff, creating videos for 10 years. So it seems like it's been a year and a half, but it's really like we're kind of hitting our stride at that 10-year mark of mastery. Not to toot our own horn, but like,
Dude, you getting
I
all
think
those
you
emails and you're a master and a master painter, dude. I
Watch
might
out.
go back to Chicago. Screw it all.
watch out.
But this is where I'm finally realizing, like, the purpose of money is to just change your environment. Like, your environment can be whatever you want it to be. And when people are like, yo, like, first step, if you want to be successful, at least 5 years ago, it was move to San Francisco, at least in startup world, or finance world, New York. Now it's slightly changed, but like, there are hubs, and you just like put yourself there, whether like in the real world or in the virtual world, and just you can't.
I was just going to say, we did it for free in the virtual world. We
Right.
spent 2 years doing it on Twitter. We met none of those people. We're not in any physical rooms. Didn't really fly anywhere. One time, a couple times.
Now this
But
guy, like even this Saturday. So this guy that's like kind of been like I've seen on Twitter, Chris. I don't even know how to pronounce his last name, but it's like had look or something. I don't know. Some dude that's
the writer
popular on Twitter.
Yeah.
Like I've seen his stuff, and then he saw our binge bank and like DM me, and I'm like, oh, dude, what's up? Like, glad you liked it. And I realized he's in New York, and he's like, oh yeah, let's just grab a coffee like Saturday morning. How's that? I'm like, that sounds sick. But it's like, I hate Zoom calls. I don't want to do that. But now that I'm here, it's just like it's a fucking 5-minute bike ride.
Yeah, it's kind of fun to be out and about. Half an hour walk around.
It's like, it's nice that finally, like in theory, we have money so that we can change our physical environment. But the easiest is just the virtual one. And
Dude, if I had money, I'd be flying out there to hang out. But look at me.
we're close, dude. We're
Negative
close.
140.
But like the other environment is like the Hampton group, which it's basically this founder group. I don't know, a couple hundred or however many founders are in there. And now we can just like, hey, does anyone have a company that wants to sponsor us? And then shoot it off, and like we get $5 people that are,
So it's
like,
almost
hit us
like
back.
you can stack. Like, first of all, you can find anyone's email. That's free. You can get on Twitter. That's free. We did that. And then it's like, okay, now you can get in this multi-$1,000 founder group. And like that starts connecting different dots. And then you move to New York and you're like, oh, now I'm actually in the physical room with Casey and I work next door and I met Luke and da.
Right.
So it's like, you can get a long way free.
Right. And the trust levels are so nice in person, especially like thinking back to like the David Sachs thing, which like the reason why they send you a gingerbread house is because like, oh, they followed you for a while online, you meet them in person, they're just like this is our circle, we want to keep it tight and just like make it amazing for the people that get in. So the second you can like figure out how to get your foot in the door and just get in, it's just it's really nice.
Right,
granted, we don't hang out with them.
Then what happens? We don't, but at least in theory, if ever David Sachs or his companies or his family has a video project, they're like, we're going to go to those 2 video guys because they're in our circle. Hasn't happened yet. No, it has, but like...
But that's where like money...
That's how people at the top operate. They don't
you
want to go around shopping. They're just like, who's the best I know? Let me just ask them to do it.
The thing that's nice about having the business is like, at least in theory, we're not like super money or clout hungry. Like we really have nothing to take from people anymore, I feel like. So with your mom's house people, it's, oh, I don't care if like, I don't want to be in your videos. Like you don't have to put me in that. I just want to like hang out with you guys. Like you seem cool. Or like the Casey thing, I don't want to be in his videos. I just like want to be around that sort of creator energy. Versus, or like Hunter. So the guy that kind of connected us to Casey, like at the start, I'm just like, oh, I like Hunter. I'll hang with Hunter. He's doing like crazy shit. And we give him some advice on like how to improve his business. Now he's making more than Henry and I combined. And it's like, okay, that's sick.
Dude, he is crazy.
But it's just really nice when you have that patience. And one thing okay, this is on the notes, but I didn't have it written down, but talking about MFM, where this guy, Sean, he DM'd us and he's like, oh, I want to buy clips. And we kind of done work with him for a while. He started our company. His approach to life, it's very weird. He has like the Naval mentalities or frameworks, but he just has like this dirt brain of like very short term, like how do I just make a lot of money? What's the most profitable thing to do? Versus just starting with what's fun. And on their last podcast, it was him and I think Sully. Is that who the guy was?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sully is similar. He's like, I just build businesses because I like making money, but I don't actually know how to have fun. So like, I'm literally hiring someone to help me have fun. And it
Chief
sounds
fun
like
officer.
Chief fun officer. It's like, what are you talking about, dude? Just have fun. It's one of those things.
This is somebody whose only hobby is business building.
Right.
So that is fun for him, but he knows nothing else.
I guess granted,
it's just so interesting.
I shot shorts for like 30 minutes and hated every second of it. So maybe I'm not having fun.
You hated every second of what?
Shooting shorts. And I'm like, God damn, I hate acting. This sucks.
Oh, really?
I was kind of losing my mind. But then I love the final product.
Hey, that's negative self-talk. But you love writing them, and you love the final product.
Yeah, I like the research.
I love shorts so much. I love how fast. I love the iteration loops on shorts. We've been working on these long-form videos for like 2 weeks. Haven't seen it all together. Right. Everyone's dying, just getting picked off.
Well, there are just so many variables that are different. It's like there's the long-form aspect, and now titles matter, now thumbnails matter. It's like having to crack the code on virality in like 3 different areas. It's it seems just a lot. It's like, oh fuck.
Right, short is just content.
It's just
driven.
There. But
no title, no thumbnail, no idea.
The main point is, thank God we read Rework like I don't know, a couple years ago, when it's like, hey, just build the business you'd want to work at for the next 40 years, and then you're gonna have fun. You're gonna design it so that it's fun. Versus sort of the Sean mentality. Like he put out a tweet that's like, the reason you start a business versus become an employee is because you can't sell your job. Like you can't, if you're an employee, you can't sell, and there's nothing to sell there. You stop working, there's no money, versus you can sell your company. But like, we've just always thought of it as we we don't want to sell. We're building something that we can just use
Until
ourselves.
we almost did 6 times. Every
No,
time things get dark, we do. But then we come out of it like, wait, no, it's awesome.
Well, we're refining it to the point where it's the thing we wouldn't want to sell, which is like everything on our shorts and our longs, like that squad. That's the thing that we want to do forever. Like, you would have to pay me so much money to be like, hey, no more content, because then now I'm just a scrub in the street again. So we don't want to do that. But that's all I got, dude.
That was a great conclusion. I got to give it to you.
Hey,
you know, that even exceeded my expectations, and I was optimistic.
I'm awesome, dude. That's all I can say. I'm not a pro painter, but I'll talk to you. Gardeloo, dude.